r/AskReddit. When did you realize that you were the problem? It took me losing 5 really good friendships because they all stopped talking to me to realize I was the one who stopped talking to them because of fear. Edit. Imagine making a comment and waking up to see your upvotes in the literal thousands and a hell lot of responses. And a silver award. I always wanted to do this. Edit. Thanks for the silver, kind stranger. BTW, please try to put in some effort in your relationships from now on if this happens to you 3. Edit 2. I literally just edited in the sample text for silver awards. I don't have any for gold, kind stranger. I'm sorry, but thanks anyways. Edit 3. I only had 1 silver award sample text, kind stranger. I'm sorry, I have cookies though. It was 3 years after meeting my best friend. I would get so jealous when she spent time with someone else, especially her now ex. I exploded on her every time she didn't respond to my texts right away. I had some new lame excuse every month or so. I was so sure every time that something other than me was the problem. I even said, like, it's your fault, or I think I have BPD. One day, after she didn't respond right away, I sent an angry rant about it. While she was responding to me, it hit me like so hard. Harder than a ton of bricks. It was me. I apologized to her. I cried for a long time by myself, realizing how horrible I had been all these years. I said I would change. And I did. The change in me was so fast. It was as if I was a new and improved version of myself overnight. Every now and then I still struggled with not being responded to right away. But now I'm completely over that. She is now my GF. We are happy together, and I can say that I'm happy with my life. This is sad, but when I had to sleep behind liquor store dumpster on an empty pallet, I was a histrionic egotist who had so many bridges burned I had to swim. Life has gotten much better since then. I noticed my friends were all getting happier / advancing in life and I wasn't. My best friend used to joke that I was creepy, pathetic, and worthless. Then one night they got drunk and confessed they had really meant it all the time. I decided I needed a new best friend and went out and found one. After about a year they let me know I was needy, boring, pathetic, and worthless. Second time was the charm. Fairly recently realized I'm fat because I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy because I'm fat. Either way I'm the only one who can fix it, and I have started giving a. I realized I have a hand in every situation in my life. That I'm always responsible for myself. Any situation I encounter I have a choice as to how to handle, respond, and perceive it. I was probably 17 when I realized blaming everyone else for my issues is what my parents do, and I don't want to be anything like them. So I took a step back. I'm very lazy and my husband does a lot of housework and watching our child. I sleep a lot. The reason behind this is depression. I am not just trying to be in, but I seriously feel incapable of doing anything on some days. Well, we got into a fight once because he was saying that he is overwhelmed and could I just do the dishes because that would help. I was arguing, don't you understand that I just don't feel capable of doing the dishes? After that argument I was sitting there thinking about it and realized the toll I was taking on him. I also realized how bad my depression had gotten. Got up and did the dishes and made a therapist appointment the next day. I've been doing the dishes every day since. It's small and I still need to help more, but I finally realized that I was the problem. It hurt, man. It really hurts to realize that. Jobs always seem to go south 3 or 4 months in. When I realized I existed between keyboard and computer. You mean chair and keyboard? Ideally the keyboard and computer should be on the same side of you. My ex was horrible to me. Mentally abusive. Possessive. Estranged my family and friends wherever possible, so I was alone. Ordered me around constantly. But I was the one letting that happen. Yeah. There's horrible people in life who deserve nothing. But you don't have to live with them, do you? You don't have to marry them. Have kids. So I didn't. I left. I was the reason I wasn't happy. When I kept having the same cycle relationship wise, unfortunately being abusive, being ungrateful, getting into fights, I finally took a stand and I'm going to see a psychologist tomorrow. It all began at the start of my actual birth. Both of my parents failed to show up. Edit. I'm just happy everyone knows where this quote is from. Maybe no one will see this, but I realized I was the problem when I almost ruined my dad's surprise party by staying in my bed and making my family late, and in my mind I was always thinking they deserve this for what they've done to me. They weren't always there when I was a kid, but now they try to be, and I push them away. I am trying to be better with them, but it just hasn't been the same cause we got in an argument that day and some tears were shed. Ate 2 edibles that were stronger than I realized and kind of had an epiphany with myself in the mirror that my life and myself weren't where I wanted them to be, and I was the only one who could do anything about it. So I am. I was insanely shy in school, like almost fully debilitating social anxiety. It was especially bad in high school when the kids I was at least comfortable eating lunch with went to a different middle school. I saw everyone else as being all knowing and confident, and having some sort of secret script to know the right thing to say. If someone tried to start a conversation with me, my thought process would be, oh god, why are they talking to me? There must be some hidden agenda, and just try to get out of the conversation as fast as possible. Then this one graduating senior I was mildly acquainted with for some reason dropped to me that people thought I was stuck up. That was mind blowing to me. Couldn't everyone tell that they were the confident ones and I was terrified of them? Well, no, they couldn't. It was an epiphany that wow, other people are actually worried about what I think of them, just like I'm worried about what they think. And if you avoid talking to people, that's actually hurtful. When my therapist told me I overreact when I feel rejected, even if it's a little rejection, due to lack of love my parents gave me when I was little. As I approach 30, I realize that I have gifted child syndrome, and my success in high school and college theater productions mean nothing when I'm not putting in the groundwork to have a career. Part of that was depression. Part of that was liking to get stoned every night. I was always unhappy with being over 220 pounds. I tried everything to lose weight. Everything except actually trying, you know what I mean. One day I just thought, FCK man, I'm actually going to do something. And hey, what do you know? I lost weight. It was kind of a kick up there, and realized I can and moan about everything, but unless I actually do something, I'm ultimately going to be the reason I'm unhappy. I've applied that thinking to other aspects of life, and actually pushing myself to do things makes things happen. By the time I'd been fired from like 20 different jobs, I realized it wasn't just bad luck or just happening to get a bunch of jerks for bosses and coworkers. I was genuinely incapable of competently performing at any job, no matter how hard I tried. Anyways, then I went on disability. I don't have any friends, so I've had to accept that it's me that's the problem. I was really drunk one night, laying in bed trying to sleep, but all I could hear was insane traffic noise. Sometimes I can hear the road through my window, but this was crazy. Sirens, people shouting, tires rumbling. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but the shouting got louder and louder. I opened my eyes to look outside and see WTF was going on. All I can make out is a police car blocking the road and a policeman running towards me. I'd fallen asleep on a mini roundabout. Edit. Since a lot of people are commenting, I wasn't driving. I was walking somewhere before I fell asleep in the road. Possibly home. Possibly to another pub. Who knows? Stop telling me drink driving is bad. When my boyfriend, now husband, told me he had a hard time handling my mood swings and they were emotionally exhausting him, I am so afraid of losing him that something clicked inside me that I needed to get myself figured out. And I am still trying my hardest, but things have improved so much since then. Edit. First silver. Thank you so much, kind stranger. Edit 2. Second silver. Wow. Thank you so much. Close bracket. I realized I was the problem a few years back when I had the coolest therapist in the world. She would say how she couldn't possibly give a about my feelings, she only cared about results for me. Coolest lady ever, and I miss her so much. Anyway, she told me a saying, and the saying goes, you have every right to be angry, but you have no right to be mean. My life got so much better after that. Edit. OMG, I did not expect this post to blow up like this. You all are too kind. For the record, she is not my therapist anymore because she had no benefits in the position that had her give me therapy health dental real people needs. She ended up referring me to someone else and she went to go work with prison inmates. Lucky inmates. When I got punched and everyone went and shook the hand of the puncher. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a thumbs up, comment your own stories, and don't forget to subscribe for new videos daily.